check the Book of Ruth.
Today we'll begin a new book, the Book of Ruth.
我跟你講，你需要都記住啦，好睇緊 the Book of Ruth 咁先。
Go back home and read this Book of Ruth carefully.
OK，聽咩？成日有睇 the Book of Ruth 嘅招。
May I ask who has read through this book?
Come on,
Please
come on,
raise
come
your
on, come on,
hands.
come on. Very good, very good, very good. 你未睇嘅都幾好睇 ，OK？
Those of you who have not yet read, please go back and read this book.
你嗱冇好去睇 the Book of Ruth，
Unless you read this book carefully,
你嗱聽我講到，你會見到 impact。
if you just listen to what I'm saying, there will be not much impact.
你嗱好睇，
However, if you read the book,
你哋知影我講嘅話是對還是唔對？
you will know whether I'm talking the right thing or not.
上帝知道，上帝真理嚟感動咱嘅心，
And with God's truth, He will move our hearts.
叫做幫助咱。
May the
OK，
Lord help us.
明，今日都去重新我讀一擺，多讀一擺。OK，
Let's go back and read the book once again.
舊約聖經有39章，
There are 39 books in the Old
但
Testament.
係真奇妙，
But interestingly enough,
有人講赤上女嘅名，
two of these books have women's names.
就是 Esther and the Ruth。
And there are Book of Esther and the Book of Ruth.
猶太人這個民族是非常重男輕女，
The Jewish culture, they put emphasis on man and look down on women.
及中國人省。
Very much similar to the Chinese.
猶太人有一個 rabbi 有一個祈禱，
And Israelites, the rabbi have this prayer.
你講感謝上帝，我唔是外邦人，我唔是女嘅。
This Jewish rabbi prayed, praise God, I'm not a Gentile, neither am I a woman.
所以女嘅喺猶太人嘅社會中間，伊地位是非常嘅低。
We can see that women occupied very low position in Jewish society.
但係想未到，
But you cannot expect that
喺猶太人第一尊重嘅聖經嘅裏面，
the Bible, which is a book very much respected by the Israelites,
竟然有人講嘅赤上女嘅名
there are two books named after a woman.
，Esther 可能冇奇怪，
You'll not be surprised if you find Esther in the Bible,
因為 Esther 是 queen，
because Esther was a queen,
佢拯救咗貴嘅民族，
and she has saved her entire clan.
這是國家英雄。
She was considered a heroine of her nation.
但是 Ruth 是真正冇可能，
But Ruth, you may find it not possible at all,
因為 Ruth 是一個外邦人，
because Ruth was a Gentile.
嗰是個摩押人，
She was a Moabitess.
摩押人是受上帝招造嘅民族。
And Moab was a nation cursed by God.
上帝講10大嘅人都唔會進入耶和華聖會嘅裏面，
And God disallowed even 10 generations of Moabites to enter into his
是
sanctuary.
完全及上帝國度叛逆嘅人，
This nation is totally separated from God's kingdom.
但係竟然查出猶太人所尊重嘅聖經其中一間嘅
And
名，
yet, her name was found in one of the most respected book of the Israelites, the Bible.
Why？因為 Ruth 做咗一個選擇，
Because Ruth has made a choice.
這個選擇改變 Ruth 一生。
That decision has changed the entire life of Ruth.
這個受招造人就係一個蒙恩上帝得救嘅人。
A person formerly cursed by God to someone who is blessed by God.
所以今日我哋題目是選擇嘅原則。
That's why this morning's topic, choice, the principle of choice.
The Ruth chapter 1。
And we will be looking at Ruth chapter
你嗱睇
1.
到 chapter 1，
If you begin reading chapter 1,
你睇裏面有兩個真重要嘅選擇。
then you'll see two very important choices.
頭先嘅是以利米勒嘅選擇，
The first one was made by Elimelech.
這個是路得嘅選擇。
The other one was made by Ruth.
以利米勒出咗一個錯誤嘅選擇，
Elimelech might have made the wrong choice.
多嚟一個盡家庭一個戰爭 BIP 參一個 tragedy 嘅結果。
It brought about some tragic consequences and result for his family.
路得呢一個正確嘅選擇，
Ruth, on the other hand, made a correct choice.
結果多嚟嘅應有嘅結果。
And it brought about a glorious end.
咱一生都係追選擇，
And throughout your life, we'll be making choices.
你今日咧就做什麼款嘅人，
What kind of a person you are today
是你過去嘅選擇嘅結果。
is the result of previous choices you have made.
所以你現在就唔會好些，
Today, if you are not in a good condition,
請你唔通隨埋怨你嘅上帝，
do not complain against your God.
請你好笑看咪。
If you will think carefully,
你記做咗什麼選擇，就做啲見下呢啲人。
what choices you have made in the past that ended up the person you are today.
你若實在未好些，
If you are in not a good situation,
你就悔改，
you need to repent
唔是埋怨被頭嘅
and
人。
should not complain against people surrounding you.
的確是因為你 make a wrong decision，
It might have been the wrong decisions you made
多嚟 consequence。
which brought about today's
人
consequences.
生就是安尼，
And that's the way it is with
你
our lives.
見下你做嘅選擇，
The choice or the decisions we make today
就做你將來嘅人。
will determine what kind of a person you will be in the
So, kinahanglan-
future. That's why today
你決定你將來變成什麼樣嘅人。
will determine what kind of a person you will be in the future.
所以每一個人做選擇嘅時陣，
When you make a choice or
你需
decision,
要真正注意、真正水利。
you need to be very careful.
今日咱在度路德，
Today, from the person of Ruth,
咱嚟學習做 make a right choice。
let us learn how to make the right choice.
咱頭先嚟講以利米勒嘅選
First,
擇，
let us look at the choices made by
即個
Elimelech.
人做咗什麼樣嘅選擇，
What kind of a choice has he made in the
多嚟
past?
什麼樣嘅結果。
And what kind of result that
你頭
did
先嚟
it result
講
to?
頭過咗嚟聖經
Let。us first look at the first 5 verses. In the days when judges ruled, there was a famine in the land. So a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, his wife named Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem and Judah, and they went to Moab and lived there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husbands.
頭一節 verse 1，
If you pay attention to the first verse,
呢節聖經真重要，
that verse is very important.
將佢嘅故即係故事嘅背景，互你知呀。
It provided us the background for this entire story.
你講 in the days when the judges rule，啲事事平靜嘅時陣，
It happened during the time when judges were ruling the nation.
即係什麼嘅背景呢？
What kind of a background do we have here?
數數記地你要照20個節，
If you look one book back in the book of Judges, chapter 21, verse
你講呢
25,
個以色列無王得嘅人，千災創大事。
in those days, Israel had no king and everyone did as they saw fit.
所以以利米勒嘅時代、路德嘅時代、拿俄米嘅時代是非常亂嘅時代。
During the time when judges ruled, during the time of Elimelech, in the time of Ruth, and the time of Naomi, it was a chaotic situation.
所以 peace and order 是萬大差嘅時陣，
It was a time when peace and order situation was at its worst.
國都到一項大事，
Furthermore, they encountered another
國
incident.
家都到多幾項反命，
The entire nation faced famine.
包括啲猶大伯利恆嘅所在。
Even in the place called Bethlehem in the land of
你
Judah.
就係伯利恆是耶穌基督出世嘅所在。
We all know that Bethlehem was the place where Jesus Christ was born.
伯利恆嘅意思是 the house of bread，
And the meaning of Bethlehem is a house of bread,
一個真豐富嘅所在。
a place of abundance.
現在連伯利恆都有飢荒，
And now, even in Bethlehem, they face famine.
所以國家經濟真差，
Not only was the nation in economic turmoil,
政治未好些，
politically they're unstable.
治安未好些，
And peace and order
經
situation,
濟未好些。
economic condition.
現在有一個人
Today there was a person,
叫做以利米勒，
his name Elimelech.
佢做一個 decision，
He made the decision.
佢要將全家多去一個摩押嘅所在。
He wanted to bring his entire family to a place called Moab.
摩押是什麼樣嘅所在？
What kind of a place is Moab?
摩押是上帝招咗嘅所在。
Moab is a place cursed by God.
因為當猶太人出埃及嘅時陣，
When the Israelites departed from Egypt,
摩押嘅王
Moabite king,
叫一個比倫嘅先知，
he has asked Balaam prophet
佢招咗猶太人，
to curse the Israelites.
結果招咗未成功。
And the curse was not successful.
比倫解一個辦法，
And Balaam said something like this.
叫摩押人將這個摩押嘅女子引誘猶太人犯奸淫嘅罪。
Send some Moabite women to entice or tempt the Jewish men to commit adultery.
上帝真生氣，
And God's rage burned against
所以下這
Moabite.
個命令，
That's why he came out with this command.
摩押人經過10代未追究耶和華會嘅裏面，
10 generations thereafter of Moabite people are not allowed to enter God's temple.
這個所在是上帝招咗嘅所在。
Moab was a place cursed by God.
現在有這個猶太人，
And now here comes an
這
Israelite,
個信耶和華上帝嘅人，
a man who believed in God Jehovah.
為咗經濟原因，
And because of economic
為咗治
reason,
安嘅原因，
because of peace and order reason,
而決定離開猶太人嘅所在，去上帝招咗嘅所在。
this man has decided to leave Israel and go to a place where God has cursed.
如果為家己找這個原因，找這
Not
個理
only
由，
that, this man found for himself an excuse or a
聖
reason.
經講
And the Bible said that.
just for a while，
One of the verse said he went there to live there for a while,
暫時徛。
temporarily reside there.
意思是講，嗱大治解決了，我重新都去猶大嘅所在。
He intended that once the famine is over, he would go back to Israel.
第三節，
In verse 3,
以利米勒死咯，
we found that Elimelech died in Moab.
而永遠無通都去猶太人嘅所在。
He will never be able to return back to Israel.
教會，
Dear church,
當你 make decision 嘅時陣，
whenever you make a decision,
你但明明知啊，這個所在唔是上帝心意，
if you are aware very clearly that this is the place not in accordance to the desire of God's
你但
heart,
明明知啊，所以這個決定上帝無歡喜。
even if you are clearly aware and you continue to make the decision that God will be displeased,
Don't find yourself in any excuse.
do not make for yourself any excuse.
For example，你要結婚，
You want to get married.
你就係這個男嘅唔是先做嘅人，
You know that your future spouse is not a believer,
這個女嘅唔是先做嘅人，
or that lady is not a believer.
你就係上帝無愛。
If you know that God will be displeased,
But
yet
you find an excuse。
you find yourself an excuse.
我係拜才藝先做
Someday I will lead this person to Christ.
，maybe by God's grace，
Maybe it may happen by God's grace,
但係真有可能，
but it's also possible that
連你家己都未先做。
even you yourself will be led astray.
Don't find excuse。
Do not find an excuse
你唔知結果是什麼？
because you will not, you are unaware of the result.
以利米勒什麼意思？
What's the meaning of the name Elimelech?
呢個名是 My God is King。
The meaning of this name is My God is King.
哦，very good，真真好嘅名。
Very good name.
我上帝就是我嘅王，
My God is my King.
但係實在唔是安尼。
However, in reality, it turned out not like that.
以利米勒家己是家己嘅王，
Elimelech lived the life as if he himself is the king of his
我
life.
係追什麼，
Whatever he wanted to do,
我就追什麼。
he will do.
我係移民，
If he wants to migrate,
我就去移民。
he will migrate.
even 到這個所在無好，冇要緊。
Even if the place is not good, it's okay.
揸前朝 Judges 21:25上一句話，
It happened exactly like Judges 21:25.
以色列人無王，大家人念意而行。
During that time, the Israelites do not have a king, and each person did what each person think is
結果
best.
第三節
And it
Verse 3.
led to verse 3,
意思咯。
Elimelech died.
After 10 years，
And 10 years
以利米
after,
家死咯。
even his 2 sons died.
Imagine，
Just imagine
四
that.
個人出去，
4 persons left
三
Bethlehem,
男嘅一個女嘅，
3 men and 1 woman.
三男嘅當中死咯。
These 3 men all died,
從一個寡婦到嚟，
and only 1 widow returned.
後來個多兩個少年寡婦上死，
And she also brought with her initially 2 young
一
widows.
個 wrong decision，
Just because of the wrong
當然
decision,
一個真真悲哀嘅結果。
it brought about such tragic end.
所以教會，
Dear church,
當你 make decision 嘅時陣，
whenever you will make a decision,
我哋注意四個真重嘅 principle。
may I share with you 4 very important
Principle
principles.
number one，
The first one,
你每個人有自由嘅一啲 free will to make any kind of choices。
each one of us has a free will to make our own choices.
上帝有咱一個真寶貴嘅禮物叫做 free will。
And God has bestowed on each one of us this precious gift called free will.
你若冇 free will，
If you do not have this free will,
你就唔是人。
then you are not human.
你若冇 free will，
If you have no free
you are
will,
not the best。
then you are not the best.
所以上帝將第好嘅物件，第好嘅禮物賜予 human，就是 free will。
The greatest and best gift that God has given mankind is this thing called free will.
但你記住，
But we should remember that
兩種好嘅物件都真危險。
every good thing has its danger.
兩種是安尼
It's always like that.
，computer、internet
For
the
example,
best。
computer and internet, these are very good things.
但係呢個是全世界現在第一可怕嘅物件。
And nowadays, it's one of the most dreadful object in the world.
你嘅囝。
Your child
有當將全世界第一暗藏物件倒到伊嘅房裡面 through internet。
can bring the filthiest and dirtiest object in this world into his or her own bedroom through internet,
包括你家己，
which includes yourself.
你若冇注意，
If you're not careful,
第一好嘅物件
the best thing in life
就做第一可怕嘅物
may
件。
end up the most dreadful one.
上到咱這個 free will，
God has given us a free will.
但是你若冇好用這個 free will，
If you will not use this free will
結
properly,
果是真可怕嘅代志。
it will bring about dreadful
你
results.
講 Deuteronomy 30:19，
If you read Deuteronomy 30, verse 19, this day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life so that you and your children may live.
上帝即係Moses 嘅猶太人講一個真重要嘅代志。
God has told the Israelites through Moses an important thing.
我將一切物件放喺你嘅頭前，
As I present everything before you,
生死和福兩種喺你嘅頭前。
before you I have set life and death, blessings and curses.
You are free to make a choice。
You are free to make your choice.
當然，上帝是唔是講我唔問你選擇生命？
Of course, in the desire of God's heart, He hoped that each one of us may choose
但是
life.
你若無愛，
But if you dislike
上帝
life,
會勉強咱。
God will not force us.
喺伊甸園嘅裡面，
Even in the Garden of
有
Eden,
兩種樹，
there are two trees.
呢種是分別善惡嘅樹，
The trees that will allow you to differentiate
這個
good and
是
evil,
生命嘅樹。
and the other tree, the tree of life,
人講係果子，
and two types of fruits.
上帝好人一個 free will 嘅選擇。
God has given man the free will to choose.
但係當然，上帝是唔是唔問人 choose life？
Of course, the desire of God's heart, He hoped that man will choose life.
但是 Adam and Eve 選擇另外一項物
We
件，
all know that Adam and Eve chose otherwise.
伊冇選擇生命，
They have not chose life.
伊選擇分辨善惡嘅果子。
They have chosen to know the difference between good
結
and
果
bad.
罪嚟到這個世界裡
And
面，
it brought about sin into mankind.
結果世界喺罪惡嘅裡面，
That the world has lived under sin ever since.
咱每一個人都有選擇嘅自由，
Each one of us has the freedom to choose.
但請你好好選擇。
Let us choose carefully.
Number two，
Secondly,
我哋的確需要做選擇。
inevitably we need to make a choice.
這個世界冇人會做選擇，
There's no one spared from making a choice in this
當
world.
你選擇 no 嘅時陣，
Whenever you choose no,
你已經做咗選擇。
you have already made your choice.
你個人傳福音，
For example, if you share the gospel to a person
你後嚟講你要信主冇？
and you ask the person, do you want to believe in the Lord?
我想看咪，
If you receive this response, let me think about it.
已經做咗選擇。
In reality, that person has already made his
耶穌係
decision.
是 no，
This person chose no.
所以你記住，
Remember
無
that.
論 yes or no 都是選擇，
Whether yes or no, you have made your choice.
無論多大志
Whether you're deciding a
無論
big
小瓜大志。
issue or a small matter.
，every day we make many choices。
Every day in your life, you're making a decision.
但係你記住，
Remember
你
that.
每一個選擇
Behind every choice
都查咗你見下你查咗什麼款嘅人，將來查咗什麼款嘅人。
will determine what kind of a person you are today and what kind of a person you will be in the future.
Number three，
Thirdly,
咱袂做避免選擇多來嘅後果 consequence。
we cannot escape the consequences brought about by choices we make today.
呢個第19節，
Let's read verse 19. This day I call the heavens and earth as witnesses against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life so that you and your children may live.
上帝講：我已經將生及死禍及福擺喺你嘅頭前啦啦。
God has presented before us life and death.
當你選擇嘅時陣，
Whenever you make a choice,
結果就出嚟啦。
the result will be shown.
你記住，
Remember that.
得嘅 we are free to make any choice,
We are free to make any choice.
but no one is free from the consequence.
No one is free from the
你
consequences
若
of our
選擇某一
choices.
項代志，
Whatever you choose,
後果的確產生。
you will see consequences of your
我
choices.
知道有一間 check，
For example, there's one book that
當
I
我
have
第一
on
間
my
check 嘅時
mind.
陣，
When I look at this book,
睇下一列，
I'm holding on to
哇！
the
我
book
嘅手也生，
until the time that my hand was so
所以我
tired.
逼一個選擇，
During that time, I will make a choice.
我要幫手。
I will let this go.
當我幫手以後
After I let go of this book,
，consequence 就產生，
the consequence will be shown
即係 check
immediately.
收你頭殼裡面。
That book will fall into the
但
ground.
係我嘅善意渣渣唔是安尼，
However, in my heart, I do not want to let go of the
我
book.
是也生嘅人
It's
啊，
just that I'm so
我無
tired.
力人嘅
I
啊，
don't have the
我係
strength.
休息人
I
嘅啊，
wanted to take a rest,
但係我想未夠。
but without
當
knowing
我
it,
幫手嘅時
the
陣，
moment I released the book,
伊塞落去
the，book fell to the ground.
這叫做 consequence。
And that's the consequence.
唔是上帝對咱嘅 punishment，
It's not the punishment that God has for us,
是咱家己多家己嘅
but
consequence。
it's the consequence that we have brought
For
upon our own
example,
self. For example,
我哋過樓啊裡面，
if I go up to the
我
fifth
要
floor,
跳落去，
I wanted to jump down.
但是我唔是去 suicide，我唔是去自殺，
I didn't mean to commit a suicide.
我是愛做 Superman。
I just wanted to try being
我愛
Superman.
飛人，
I just wanted to
結
fly.
果我不低，
And it brought about death.
這是我嘅 consequence。
That's the consequence of my choice.
每一個人你要當選為你家己最任何嘅選擇，
Every person can make a choice for his or herself.
但是無人能避免選擇多來嘅 consequence。
No one can stop the consequences of your choice.
無論是好嘅，
Sometimes you may find yourself having
make a
good
right choice.
results because you made the right
無
choice.
論是無好嘅，
Sometimes you ended up bad
因為 bad choice。
because you made the wrong choice.
叫上嚟幫襯人。
May God help us.
Number 4，
Fourthly,
咱嘅選擇會影響咱其他人。
our choices will affect people surrounding us.
你話落尾一句話，
Let's read the last sentence of Deuteronomy 30:19. So that you and your children may live.
You and your children，這是對別人嘅影響。
It's the consequence brought about on another person.
當你做選擇以後，
After you made the decision,
這個 consequence 有時唔那是臨到你，個臨到你邊頭嘅人。
you may find that sometimes the result of your choice, the consequences will not only affect you, but affect people surrounding
你
you.
睇下以利米勒，
Look at the person
你
Elimelech.
咩一個選擇，
He has made a choice.
結果呢，
What
唔那
was the
是家
result?
己死咯，
Not only did it ended up in his own
伊兩
death,
個囝死咯。
even his two sons died.
拿俄米呢？
How about Naomi?
當拿俄米到去猶大嘅時
When
陣，
Naomi returned back to
呢
Judah,
個人講
she told people,
唔通講叫個拿俄米，
do not call me Naomi
因為拿
anymore.
俄米意思講真甜啊，真 sweet。
Because the meaning of the name Naomi is sweetness or
你
pleasantness.
講對打以後，
From today onward,
我個名叫做馬力
call me Mara.
，Mara 是 call bitterness。
Mara means bitterness.
這個真甜嘅人變真苦嘅人。
A person whose life was characterized by sweetness ended up in bitterness.
Why？
Why?
因為伊嘅丈夫做咗一個唔對嘅選擇。
Because her husband made a wrong decision.
Husband,
Dear husband,
father,
fathers,
brothers，你是一家之主，
you are the head of your
請你
family.
記住，
Remember that
你將任何嘅決定，
whatever decisions you make,
唔係是為到你家己，
you are not making this not just for yourself.
請你對你近照小看埋，
You should also think about your spouse, your wife.
為你見下小看埋。
Think about your children.
你若跟他創這樣大事，
Today, if you do this thing,
會多來什麼樣嘅 consequence？
what kind of result or
你嘅
consequence?
太太因為你做這個決定，
Your wife, because of your
會
decision,
變做真甜，還是真苦？
will her life end up in bitterness or in sweetness?
你嘅見下因為你嘅原因，
Your children, because of what you have made,
真堅守係真榮耀。
will he or she be embarrassed or will he or she be honored?
Father，
Dear
唔
fathers,
當隨便做決定，
do not make careless decision
你唔知啊？
because you do not know
你
that
多來後果是害到真罪人。
what kind of decision, what kind of result may affect many
我
people.
做牧師，我看到真罪。
As pastor, I've seen a lot.
我講你兄弟，
Some brothers,
為咗家己少過情慾嘅需要，
for the sake of their emotional need.
make a wrong decision，
They made wrong decision.
結果唔是害到家己，
Not only will it bring harm to
害
himself,
到規個家庭。
but his entire family
所以
as
求上
well.
帝幫襯啊！
May God help us.
以連免力，
Elimelech,
以做一個決定，
he made a choice
因為國家是政治治安真歹嘅時陣，
because during the time when his nation was in financial, economic, and political chaos,
所以 make a decision。
he made a decision.
所以這個決定，
Because of that decision,
當中是憑目睭所看，
it was made because of what he has seen with his own
而是
eyes.
walk by sight，
Elimelech walked by sight.
not walk by faith。
He did not walk by faith.
Question，
The question is,
咱需要憑信心去行，
we need to walk by faith
唔通憑你家己所看到去行，
and not because of what you have seen.
因為你嘅決定
Because the decision you make
會影響真濟人。
will affect many
叫
persons.
上帝幫襯咱。
May the Lord help us.
你話當規家倒來嘅時陣，
When the family returned back,
發生一項代志。
there's something that has happened.
Verse 19。
Let's read verse 19 of Ruth chapter 1. The whole town was stirred because of them, and the women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?"
12整當這個家庭離開嘅時陣，
10 years ago, when this particular family left Bethlehem,
因為伊驚死，
because they were afraid of death,
無通食，
they feared they do not have anything
披
to
神
eat.
我都真歹，
They were concerned about peace and order
行
situation.
咯行咯行咯，
And because of this, they decided to
結
leave.
果只有一個倒來，
And it ended up among the four, only one was
Tapi
able
tulay
to
si
return.
John.
When she returned,
有人講，Can this be Naomi？
the whole town was stirred and they asked this question.
什麼意思就係冇？
Do you know the meaning of this question?
12整嘅人不義啊！
Which means that people who know her 10 years ago were still there.
什麼意思啊？
What does this mean?
無離開猶大人，無死吧
Those who have not left Bethlehem remained alive.
？This is alive。
They are still alive.
所以伊若無離開，伊未死啦。
Which means that if they decided to stay, they will not die as well.
你看，
Look at this.
驚死嘅出去，結果死；
Those who were afraid of death ended up dead.
無驚死嘅就無死。
And those who are not afraid of dying, those who remained alive.
耶穌嘅唔是講，
Jesus said,
愛得到生命，失去生命；
those who want life will lose life.
為主失去生命，得到生命。
For the sake of the Lord, those who gave up their life will gain life.
這個叫 walk by faith, not walk by sight。
Taught us how to walk by faith and not by sight.
叫做幫助咱。
May the Lord help
咱
us.
嚟講 Ruth 嘅選擇。
Let's look at the choices Ruth made.
第16集18節是一個真正問題所以一段嘅聖經。
Look at this passage between 16 to 22. It's a very beautiful passage. But Ruth replied, "Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." When Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her.
路得是一個摩押人，
Ruth was a Moabitess.
伊及上帝本來是完全無關係，
She started her life with nothing to do with God
而是上帝咒詛嘅裡面，
because she lived under the curses of
上
God.
帝恩典咁樣無關係，
God's grace has nothing to do with her,
上帝應允咁樣無關係，
and God's promises have nothing to do with her.
上帝約咁樣無關係。
In the same way, God's covenant has nothing to do with
但
her.
係做咗一個真正確嘅選擇，
However, He has made the correct choice.
而軍地拿俄米到猶大，
When she decided to follow Naomi back to Judah,
結果呢，
what's
伊
the
遇到
end?
boss，
She met Boaz.
呢個 boss 結婚，
When she married Boaz,
是咗一個叫做俄比德。
she gave birth to a person called Obed.
你記得這樣代志
We should remember that.
？Ruth 啲摩押騎咗10年都冇事驚，
10 years when she married and she stayed in Moab, she has no child.
但係到來時陣誰事驚
When she returned back to Judah, she was able to conceive.
？Boaz 嗰時嘅比而家時代地少20歲嘅人，
And Boaz was a man at least 20 years her senior.
可見是上帝冇允准 Ruth 啲摩押嘅所在事驚。
And we may think that God disallowed Ruth to conceive in the land of Moab.
等佢到猶大嘅時陣，
When she returned back to
佢受
Judah,
試嘅，
she was able to conceive,
試到俄比啲，
and she gave birth to Obed.
俄比試到一個囝叫做 Jesse，
And Obed was the father of Jesse.
Jesse 試到 King David，
And Jesse, the father of King David.
原來 Ruth 是 King David 嘅 great grandmom。
From this Bible passage, we found out that Ruth was the great grandmother of King David.
Imagine，
Just imagine
It's
that.
amazing。
So amazing,
一
isn't
個
it?
華邦人，
A foreign woman,
一個摩拜嘅人，
a Gentile, a Moabitess,
竟然就係咗猶太人第一偉大嘅君王 King David，一個 great grandmom。
eventually ended up as the great grandmother of one of the greatest king of Israel.
咁唔係事啊你，
Not only that,
你嗱講到 Book of Matthew chapter 1，
if you go to Matthew chapter 1
個試落去，個試落去，
and read the genealogy and read the generations
結果
thereafter,
試到 Jesus
you'll find our Lord Jesus Christ,
Messiah。
who is the Messiah.
所以這個 Ruth 就係即其中 Messiah 其中一個祖宗。
So Ruth was an ancestor of Messiah.
上帝真奇妙啊！運得 amazing
That's the
grace。
amazing grace of our God.
We submit，
Why?
因為 make a right decision。
Because she made the right decision.
當Naomi丈夫死咯，另一家死咯，
After Naomi's husband died and so her two sons,
全家全晒寡婦，
she realized that in that family, 3 widows were left.
伊無路行咯，
When she said she has no way to go.
國家條華邦冇嘅所在，
At that time, she was living in a foreign land, the country of Moab.
無男嘅照顧。
No man to look after them.
你知啊，我若無刀機，就係少人皮。
And she thought that unless I return back to Judah, I will have no good life and I will be looked down upon
所
by
以
people.
晒寡婦嘗試刀機，
That's why the 3 widows decided to return back together.
路啲到得有一個破叫做俄珥巴，
And the other sister-in-law of Ruth, her name was Orpha.
所以兩個女嘅、兩個少年嘅寡婦，一個老嘅寡婦嘗試刀機。
2 young widows and 1 older widow embarked on the journey together initially.
但是行到一半，
But halfway through the journey,
忽然間路啲即個老王咪停到嚟，
suddenly Naomi stopped.
以及兩個先婦講：你唔係我爹瓜咯，你刀機咯，你
She
刀機咯，
spoke to her 2 daughters-in-law and urged them to return back to their homeland.
你刀機讀qua未？
If you go back and read that chapter
一擺
carefully,
一擺掛咗兩個寡婦刀機。
you'll find that time and again, the mother-in-law urged these 2 young widows to return back.
You know why？
You know why?
這叫做 love。
That's the cassette love.
爹瓜冇當應啦啦，
She told them, it's useless for you to follow
冇
me.
前途啦啦，
You will have no future.
貴死人追寡婦啦啦，
Throughout your life, you will end up
我
as
我家己
widows.
是寡婦啊，
Personally,
widow.
I'm already a widow.
我仔使乜字更苦啊？
I know how difficult a life of a
我
widow
唔愛
can
你
be.
兩爹我更苦
And
啊！
I don't want you to
我
suffer the same life with me.
這叫做 mother-in-law。
And that's the love of a mother-in-law.
mother-in-law
Mother-in-law,
對你善報較好嘅，
please treat your daughters-in-law well.
我冇好，我冇愛你冇好啦。
If I live a miserable life, I don't want you to end up the same way like me.
為什麼戰在 mother-in-law 多啲 not 戰在門對
Why are there many problems between mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws?
？selfish，
Because of
家
selfishness.
己講家己，
They look only upon their own
今日
affair.
這兩個女嘅很好
Why are these 2 daughters-in-law good?
，they love one another。
Because they love one another.
mother-in-law 講你刀起啦啦，刀起啦啦
When，the mother-in-law urged the 2 to return back,
爹講冇前途啦啦，
she convinced them that there's no future with me.
結果俄珥巴刀起，
The older daughter-in-law, Orpah, returned.
以及 Ruth 講
She told Ruth,
Ruth 啊 Ruth 啊，
Ruth,
你講你嘅 sister-in-law 已經刀起咯，
Naomi told Ruth, look at your sister-in-law. She has decided to
你爹已
return.
行啦啦。
Please go with her.
路德就講咗這段嘅聖經。
And Ruth replied in this passage,
Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. Your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, even so seriously, even though death separates you and me." 這段聖經咱就等嘅結婚嘅中間，兩個人立約嘅關係。
These two verses may sound like the wedding vows made between two persons getting married.
這兩句話
And these sentences
有四項真重要嘅代志。
showed us four very important
Number
things.
one,
First,
a new decision。
we saw the new decisions
路
made.
得做一個新嘅決定，
During that time, Ruth had made a new
而
decision.
係決定跟爹老米到
She
去
has
猶大嘅所
decided,
在。
she has decided to follow Naomi back to Judah.
無論頭前路困難，
No matter what kind of difficulties they may face ahead of them,
而決定無必離開老米。
she has decided never to leave Naomi.
雖然老米一擺一擺顧着你，顧着你，顧着你，
Even if time and again Naomi urged her to return back.
伊講 no 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 no，don't urge me，唔通掛我到去。
And Ruth replied and declined this invitation. She said, "Don't urge me to go back
我要跟爹你。
because I wanted to follow you."
其實你好讀聖經，
If you read that chapter carefully,
路得早唔是要跟爹老米，
initially Ruth did not want to follow Naomi.
而是跟爹老米所信嘅上帝。
Ruth decided to follow the God that Naomi followed.
Let me tell you，這個路得本來是摩押人，
Ruth was born as a Moabite.
出世就敬拜摩押神，
She was born knowing how to worship the Moabite God.
根本唔知耶和華上帝。
She does not know God Jehovah.
你就連不耶和華上帝呢？
How could she know God Jehovah?
近超以後，
It was after she got married
即
into
係
the
這個
family.
mother-in-law，
And by the life of the mother-in-law,
你連不耶和華
she
上
came
帝，
to know God Jehovah.
而決定這項大
She
事
has。decided that
我離開我拜偶像嘅所在，
I will leave the place where idols were worshipped,
我要敬拜這個耶和華獨一嘅上帝，
and I will worship the one and true God, the Lord Jehovah.
所以決定離開摩押嘅所在。
She has decided to leave Moab
這個 new decision，
and made a new decision.
就正像咱基督徒，
Just like Christians,
當咱信主以後
after you believe in the
，I
Lord,
have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back,
You have made-
no turning back。
you have made this decision to follow Jesus without turning back.
路省這個意思，
And Ruth made similar choice.
你決定這項大
She
事
has decided that
，I'll follow Naomi。
to follow Naomi.
所以你嘅國就是我嘅國，
Her nation will be my nation.
你嘅神就是我嘅神。
Your God will be my God.
這個 new decision
And because of this new decision,
到嚟這個 new direction。
it also brought about a new direction.
你記得 anytime 當你 make decision 嘅時陣，
Remember that every time you make a decision,
你嘅 direction、你嘅方向就即刻開始改變。
you will change the direction that you're currently in.
你去得落，
Where you go,
我去得落；
there I will go.
你去得落徛，
Where you live,
我去得落徛。
there will be where I live.
Where？
It answers the question
這
where.
是 direction。
It's a matter of direction.
路是一個摩押人，
Ruth was born a Moabitess.
猶太人是真看見外邦人，
And we all know that the Jews looked down upon the pagans,
特別是摩押拜
especially the Moabite,
淫亂嘅後代。
because of the immoral descendants that will be born out of
所以
it.
路知啊，
Ruth knew at the
我若
time,
去猶大，
if I will go to Judah,
真歹命。
I will expect harsh and difficult life
但
ahead.
是這是我嘅 decision，
But I have made the decision.
這個 decision 係我一個新嘅 direction。
This decision has brought about a new direction in my life.
正如 Abraham，
Just like Abraham.
所以講離開本地本族避忌，
When God called Abraham to leave his father's land, his home, and his family,
去我指示你嘅所在去。
and go to a place where I want you to go,
A new direction，
Abraham has embarked on a new direction.
真冇容易啊！
It's not easy to do.
我有淡薄 experience，
I had similar experience.
我就喺裏邊今年是第30年咯。
This year is my 30th year of residency in the
第
Philippines.
30年前，
30 years ago,
當我離開香港嘅時陣，
when I left Hong Kong,
我就離開我嘅厝內，離開我嘅親人，離開我嘅朋友，
I realized that I'm leaving behind my family, my relatives and friends,
去一個我無波嘅親人嘅所在。
and go to a place where I don't have any
我
relatives.
知影冇容易，
I know it's not easy,
但是我知影，
and yet I know that
那是 walk by faith, not walk by sight。
I embark on a journey where I walk by faith and not by sight.
佢想你幫襯咧。
May the Lord help us.
當你行上帝嘅路嘅時陣，
Whenever you take on the path of God,
你需要 change 個
you
direction。
need to change your direction.
repent 悔改，渣渣意思就是 make a U-turn。
To repent or change your direction or make a U-turn.
教會，
Dear church,
你若實在信靠上帝的人，
if you are a person who really trusted in
實在
God,
跟隨耶穌的人，
if you truly follow Jesus,
請問你嘅 direction 是唔是改變了？
may I ask, have you changed your direction?
你若完全冇改變你嘅 direction，
If you have never changed any direction in your life,
I'm sorry，你未信主
you may not have believed in the Lord.
，may not know，definitely they are not。
You definitely have not believed in the Lord.
你未得救，
You are not yet saved
因為你根本冇清 direction。
because you have not changed your direction.
一個信主嘅人，
A person who believes in the
你嘅
Lord,
direction即刻改變。
his direction will definitely change.
定乜是 facing the world，
Before you face the world,
變成 facing God。
now you change direction to
所以
face
佢就幫
God.
助人。
May the Lord help us.
這個 new decision
Your new decision
定係 new direction。
will bring about a new
這個 new
direction.
direction
And the new direction
we need a new dependent。
will cause you to be dependent.
我們只有揀一條新嘅路啊！
How will you embark in this new road?
來得講，你嘅國就是我嘅國，你嘅神就是我嘅神。
When Ruth said that your nation will be my nation, your God will be my
哦
God.
這個也衰啊！
That sentence is very
你嘅
nice.
國就是我嘅國。
Your country will be my country.
我是摩押人，
I'm a Moabitess.
我是屬於摩押國。
I belong to the country of Moab.
But today, from today，
From today onward,
我冇要做摩押人，
I don't want to be a Moabitess.
我冇要做摩押國，
I don't want to belong to the
我要
country
做猶
Moab.
太人，
I want to be an Israelite.
我要屬猶太
I
國，
want to belong to the nation Israelite.
這叫做列籍猶太人。
It means that he has changed his citizenship to be a Jew.
咱真熟絡嘅現
We are
講，
very familiar with this concept
咱
today.
繼續去裏邊。
Today, even if people stay in the
We are
Philippines,
Chinese，
if you're Chinese,
但是你看下你嘅 nationality，
but look at your nationality,
你是 Filipino，
you're Filipino
有
nationality,
人講唔是 Filipino，
and some of you are not even Filipinos.
加拿大人、
You even have Canadian citizenship,
美國人、
American citizenship,
European 人。
European.
Why？我企喺去裏邊，
Even if you stay in the
但
Philippines,
是我嘅國籍唔是去裏邊。
your nationality is not
咁你
Philippine.
咁你做去裏邊人啊？
Why do you call yourself a Filipino?
貪字。
Maybe you want to earn money here.
貪字，貪了咧，
After you earn your money,
拜拜，撒咗啦啦。
maybe you leave the place.
我同你講，
Let me tell you,
咱現今世界是安尼，
today's world is like that.
咱無愛這個國家，
Even if you don't like to stay in that
咱到底這
country,
個所在是為咗貪字，
you may want to stay there just to earn money.
嗱有胡子咧，
After you earn a lot of
高子咧。
money, if you have sufficient money,
有大字發生，拜拜，
if there's anything that will happen, you may leave.
世界都是安尼。
This is the way how it is in the
但
world.
是 Ruth 這個是屬靈嘅國，
However, for Ruth, she has decided to join a spiritual
我
country.
定拜是拜偶像嘅國家。
In the past, I belonged to a country that
我
has
現在
worshipped
冇個
idol.
拜偶像咯，
Today, I decided no longer to worship idols.
我要敬拜耶和華上
I
帝
want to
咯，
worship the Lord Jehovah.
我繼續信靠上帝
I
咯。
want to continue trusting and believing in God.
所以講，你嘅國就是我嘅國，
And that's why she told Naomi, your country will be my
你信嘅
country.
上帝就是我嘅上帝
The。God that you believe will also be the God that I believe.
你講一節聖經
If you read this verse,
chapter 2:12，
Ruth 2 verse 12,
你更加清楚。
you will understand this more in a clear
這是
manner.
Boaz 及 Ruth 講嘅一句話。
This verse was how Boaz replied to Ruth. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge.
Boaz及 Ruth 都講一句話。
Boaz told Ruth that,
May the Lord repay you what you have done。你做什麼大事啊？
what has Ruth done?
你講 You come to the God of Israel under whose wings you have come to take refuge。
你嚟投靠耶和華以色列上帝嘅舌果
你
嘅
是嚟透過耶和華上帝，
because Ruth has come under the Lord Jehovah.
你唔是透過Naomi，
And she has not trusted or dependent on Naomi
Naomi冇通靠呀，
because Naomi is not trustworthy.
無子
She has no money.
老，冇
She
人
is
一點，
already old and no one likes her.
靠什麼呀
How can you depend on Naomi?
？Imagine，
Just imagine that
Naomi 是真有子嘅寡婦，
if Naomi will be a rich widow
個真老咯，
and Naomi will be
80
old,
歲咯，
maybe 80 plus
你
years
咪白
old,
低咯，
about to die.
乜爹喎？
You want to follow her?
就先咪爹嘅，
Of course you will,
等意思啊！
because you will await for her death.
但你見到死咯，
And every day you'll be praying for her early demise.
然後不低呢，
After she died,
囊中記起事怪咯。
then you expect all the inheritance to be
但
given
老
to
尾
you.
是冇波線嘅啦。
But Naomi at that time was penniless.
Chapter 2，
In chapter 2,
到猶大嘅時陣，
when they have arrived in Judah,
是路得照顧老咪，
you will find out that it's Ruth taking care of Naomi.
路得唔是話過老咪，
And Ruth has not dependent on
是
Naomi.
話過上帝。
Ruth dependent on God.
Psalms 125 verse 1。
If you read Psalm 125 verse 1, those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be shaken but endures forever.
教會，
Dear church,
你 call 什麼？
what are you trusting
你
on?
call 你嘅子
Do you trust on your money?
，call 你嘅家兒
Trust in your
，call
children
你嘅健康。
and your health?
I'm sorry to tell you，都未 call 你，
These are undependable.
都未 call 你
You cannot trust on them.
，call 你嘅丈夫，
If you trust in your husband,
確更未 call 你，
the more they are not trustworthy,
你也是未 call 你，唔錯，
including
都
me.
未 call 你，
We are all not worthy of
牧
trust.
師你未再 call，我也是未 call 你，
And even Mrs. Cheung cannot trust in me.
就出上帝。
We only can trust in God.
I trust my wife because I trust my God。
We trust our spouse because we trust our God.
今日我將浪中子教牧師你關，
The reason why I entrust all my financial matter to her is
唔是 he call 你，
not because she is dependable or
上帝
trustworthy,
call 你。
but our God is dependable.
我問你明白這樣大字，
I hope you will understand
這
this
樣大字
concept.
對上帝嚟講
Everything you view them from God's perspective.
，put our trust in the Lord。
祷告耶和华那是上帝。
新嘅 direction 嘅 decision，
If you have made your new decision,
或新
in,
嘅 direction，
you will have new direction.
新嘅 direction，
With this new
或
direction,
新嘅 dependence，
you will be having new dependency.
你嗱會新嘅 dependent，
If you have new dependency,
你需要新嘅 commitment。
you need a new commitment.
Love 及老咪講一句話，
Ruth told Naomi that
你得落死，我記得落死。
where you die, there will be the place
你
where
記得落
I die.
埋葬，我記得落埋葬。
Where you'll be buried, there I will be buried as well.
到老死，到老死，
Unless death,
咱會崩潰。
we will never be
這
separated.
個叫 commitment。
That's the commitment Ruth has.
哇靠！咱若行呢條新嘅路，
When you embark in this new
你需要
journey,
一個委身，一個 commit。
you need to be committed.
你這個力量大到這個所在，冇咩家當崩潰咱。
And the power of this commitment is so great that nothing can separate the two of
你
you.
講第三章第十節，
If you read chapter 3, verse 10, Boaz said, "The Lord bless you, my daughter. This kindness is greater than which you showed earlier. You have not run after the younger men, whether rich or poor."
講咧當路得都幾搖大嘅時陣，
It turned out that after Ruth returned back to Judah,
我相信路實在千差萬大水，
I believe that Ruth was a beautiful woman,
所以有做人要接伊，
and she has many suitors pursuing her.
嗰是少年嘅接伊，
And there are younger men,
嗰是有子嘅，
and some of them were rich.
有人是無子嘅，
Others may not have money,
愛去接路，
just wanted to pursue Ruth.
但是人講路冇俾插伊，冇俾管地伊。
But the Bible tells us that Ruth did not run after this younger
人講
man.
you have not run after the young man. Why？
Why?
因為要 commitment。
Because Ruth made this commitment.
even 到這個男嘅嚟咯
Even if this man come to court me,
，sorry，
I'll just say sorry.
我嘅 commitment 是啲老咩先照，
I'm already committed to Naomi.
這個叫 commitment。
That's the commitment Ruth
教會
had.
教會，
Dear church,
咱需要呢個嘅 commitment。
we need such kind of commitment.
無論發生什麼大事，
No matter whatever happens to our life,
我是永遠冇離開我嘅上帝。
I will never leave my God.
這個叫 commitment。
And that's the
因為
commitment.
路得叫這個也同嘅屬靈嘅 message 喺裏面。
In the book of Ruth, there's a very important spiritual message.
路得及 Boaz 代表基督嘅教會嘅關係。
The relationship between Ruth and Boaz exemplify the relationship between Christ and her church.
路是代表教會，
Because-
華邦人嘅教會。
Ruth represents the church and the church of the Gentile.
Boaz 是基督。
And Boaz represented Christ.
路軍地老咪連不 Boaz。
When Ruth followed Naomi and know Boaz,
Boaz 路得本來是屬於這個上帝受嘅角度裏面嘅人。
because Ruth originated from a country where God was angry at.
無盼望，
She has no hope.
無前途，
She has no future.
喺上帝咒詛嘅裏面，
And she live a life under God's curse.
咱就是路碟，
In the same way, you and I are like Ruth.
咱就是外邦人，
You are Gentiles.
咱無盼望，
We do not have hope.
咱無前途
We，don't have a future.
咱就一條路，一個死路一條。
We only have a future that leads to death.
但是咱信靠耶穌，
But because we believed and trusted
咱
in the
一
Lord
生
Jesus
跟隨
Christ,
伊，
and throughout our life we've
一
decided to
生無
follow
離
her
開伊，
and never to leave Him,
就做有永生盼望嘅人。
we became people of hope and eternity.
教會，
Dear church,
你若是在信靠上帝嘅人，
if you are a person who really believed and trust God,
請問
may I ask,
你有這個 commitment 無
are you committed?
？Are you committed to follow Christ?
Are you committed to follow Christ?
No turning back.
And there's no turning back.
No turning back.
No turning
無
back.
論任何 temptation,
No matter what temptations you will face,
you say no.
you can say no.
因為你有這個 commitment.
Because you are committed
You follow Christ
to follow Christ
the rest of the whole life.
the rest of your life.
佢就幫助你。
May the Lord help
這
us.
是 Ruth chapter 1.
This is Ruth chapter 1 for us.
Chapter 2
Chapter 2,
講到 grace.
we'll be talking about grace
All is about grace.
and about God's grace.
上帝恩典就臨到軍隊上帝人嘅嚟，
How God's grace come upon those who follow Him.
所以佢就幫助你
May。the Lord help us.
Next Sunday,
Next Sunday,
we talk about chapter 2.
when we study Ruth chapter 2,
你嘅 request 都去讀 chapter 2，
please go back and read Ruth chapter 2 carefully.
佢就幫助你。
May the Lord help you.
Bible the prayer.
Let's bow our heads for prayer. 天天的天父上帝，我满心感謝你，因為主你的大疼，因為主你的應允，因為主你的約，將阮對罪惡中救贖，成做主你的囝兒。雖然阮活佇唔明白你的外邦人的中間，但是主因為你的大疼，你救贖阮，成做主你的子民，成做你蒙恩的囝兒。這條路條記頭一章，就主你話語繼續對阮講話。當阮做出對的決定的時陣，當阮願意跟地你，懇求你幫助阮，互阮有看到新的方向，看到新的目標，互阮願意委身忠心跟地你，無個滑頭，互阮接着阮所做的決定，帶來阮家庭，帶來阮所聽的人一個對正確的效果。求主你幫助阮，你的話語繼續鼓勵阮，互阮有氣力通跟地你，將榮耀歸予你。阮安尼仰望、感恩、祈禱，靠耶穌的聖名來求。
Amen. Amen. Thank you.